Hey, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I am Kelly. I am absolutely addicted to Korean skincare. And if you love Korean skincare too, and you like what you see anytime throughout this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button and you'll see more from me. So today I am shattering all illusions that fragrance-free sheet masks do not exist. Oh yes, this is a very tricky area of skincare. When you are looking for fragrance-free products, sheet masks tend to be filled with them. It seems like, but I am here to tell you that is not so. There are lots of fragrance-free sheet masks out there, and today I'm reviewing 11 of them. I've got sheet masks that brighten the skin. I've got sheet masks that are great for acne care, sheet masks that hydrate the skin, and sheet masks that calm irritation. So give the video a big thumbs up. All 11 sheet masks are totally alcohol-free, essential oil-free, and artificial fragrance-free. Thumbs up, and let's get started. Let's start with brightening masks, and the first one is the Secret Key Starting Treatment Essential Mask. And this mask claims to hydrate and brighten the skin. And how does it do that? Why, with fermented ingredients, of course. The mask itself, it does not contain any additional plastic liners, which I always find as a bonus because there's less trash being produced by your mask. So this contains 40,000 parts per million of galactomyces ferment. It also has bifida ferment, aspergillus ferment, potato ferment, and rice bran ferment. As far as results go, I was very impressed. This definitely does brighten up the skin. It really tones the skin, gives your complexion that really glowy and even look. I did also notice that it did reduce redness on my skin. I would say the hydration benefits of this mask were fairly average. I was not blown out of the water by the amount of hydration that it provided. I was much more impressed by the brightening benefits, but in the hydration department, it definitely performed. Next up is the Benton Snail Bee High Content Sheet Mask. And this is actually a sheet mask that I have been using for so many years. And just spoiler alert, I'm a massive fan. So the claims of this mask are deep hydration, brightening, wrinkle, and pore care, which is a lot of claims. The mask itself is made out of a cotton material, and I would say that the fit is pretty good. However, they do have these weird under eye flaps, and I've never really understood the point of under eye flaps. I think it just might help you get the sheet mask as close up to the eye area as possible, but I personally find them to be kind of pointless. The key ingredients of this mask are, of course, Snail, but we also have a high amount of green tea water in this mask, niacinamide, EGF peptides, as well as bee venom. First thing you'll notice when you take this mask off is that it will brighten up your skin. Oh yes, this has such a great brightening benefit, just like nice and even toned complexion. I also find this particularly good for reducing redness on the skin, reducing inflammation on the skin. I have used this on inflamed pimples and woken up the next morning with the pimples reduced by half in size. It's a very healing mask if you have acne, but it's also a very great brightening mask as well. By Wishtrend Natural Vitamin 21.5% Enhancing Sheet Mask. Now this is a sheet mask that claims to improve your skin complexion or your skin tone, but in a very, very gentle way. You know, the word vitamin makes us think vitamin C, and you're not wrong if you're one of those. But some people feel that it's misleading because there's no vitamin C listed in the ingredients. However, the vitamin is actually coming from 21.5% of hippothyraminoids, or sea buckthorn water. And this is actually a very good source of natural vitamin C. This is a very minimal ingredients list, 11 ingredients only. By Wishtrend is definitely getting this done with less, and because it does claim to be appropriate for sensitive skin, I wanted to point that out. The material of this sheet mask definitely stands out. It's a little bit of a thicker material, and it's kind of like a netted texture. I did find that this fit very well on my face, and the results were very good. It definitely did give my skin a much more even toned appearance, and it was very hydrating. And so I felt like it had some real good deep hydration in my skin, and the brightening effect was definitely noticeable. Hada Labo Koi-Gokujyun Perfect White 5-day mask. Now this is unique to some of the other masks on this list because this is 5 sheet masks contained in one package. This is a great way to reduce the amount of waste that your sheet masks produce because we've got 5 masks in here in one package with no additional plastic liner. So it's 5 for the impact of 1. So this mask claims to brighten up your skin with the use of vitamin C. We have another vitamin C claim sheet mask here on the list. This is also a mask that claims to be an all-in-one because they claim this can save you time by taking the place of toners, serums, emulsions, creams, all of that. I gotta tell you right now, insert my personal opinion. I did not find that to be the case at all. Now, any sheet mask, in my personal opinion, can take the place of a serum. It probably could also take the place of your toners as well. When it comes to taking the place of an emulsion or a cream, I gotta stop the claim there because that makes it sound like this is a highly moisturizing mask, and it's not. It's light and hydrating, and I would 100% still top this off with a moisturizer. Okay, so this mask has a terrible fit. Let's just put that out there. My personal experience is that most Japanese sheet masks do not fit my face. Like, they're just very bizarre fits for me. Now, this one definitely has like an odd eye shape, weird eye flaps again. I don't know the point of those. But what really bothered me is it's got a really wide cut nose. And so there's just a lot of area of my face that's just not covered by the mask. So let's talk vitamin C, because unlike the by Wishtrend, which also contains vitamin C, but in a more natural and gentle form, this does contain a derivative of ascorbic acid. This is EAC, also known as 3-0-ethyl ascorbate. So this is derived from ascorbic acid, and when you put EAC onto your skin, it does actually convert into ascorbic acid onto the skin. So what benefits did I see from this mask? Definitely brightening. This will brighten up your skin. My personal experience with these 5-day and 7-day mask packs is that I don't seem to notice the benefits until about 3 masks into the pack. I didn't see immediate brightening off of the first mask, but I did start to notice. I was like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm seeing it. After like mask 3, I think it was. So just kind of a word of warning, they do tend to work a little bit slower, but they are effective. But what I do have to say is, even though I noticed brightening on my skin, I did also notice a whisper of dryness and a whisper of like potential irritation on my skin. And I think it was this mask pack. And when I say a hint, I really do mean just a hint. I think that it is that EAC. I think it might have been a little bit too much, especially doing the 5 masks in a row. So just a word of warning for those who are on the more sensitive side. This may not be right for you, but if you love vitamin C and you've used it without any issues in the past, this could actually be the perfect mask for you. All right, let's talk about sheet masks that I personally think are great if you suffer from acne. These are going to be masks that are great for inflamed pimples. These are going to also be good for anybody suffering from redness or inflammation on the skin. First mask that I so want to recommend, I'm so excited about this product, is the Benton Goodbye Redness Centella Mask Pack. So this is a mask that claims to hydrate and soothe irritated skin and keep it clear. And they are really banking on the star ingredient of Centella here. Now, it is a Centella party. When you look at this ingredients list, you're going to be like, oh yes, I want to go to there. Now, this has 45% of Centella water. It has Centella extract. It also contains the separate compounds of Centella, Asiatic, Madecassic, Asiaticide, and Madecassicide in the ingredients list. So this is Centella Central. I mean, like, there's a lot in here. The fit is good. I do find that most Benton sheet masks, no, I scratch the most. I find Benton sheet masks fit my face very well. There we go. Definitely a good fit here. And the material of the sheet mask is cellulose. Okay, I fell in love with this from use number 1. This 100% is great at redness reduction. This really did reduce redness on my skin. But the biggest benefit here was acne. Now, when I first used this, I actually had quite an inflamed pimple on my chin. And it was one of those pimples that like is really stubborn and doesn't do anything. Put this mask on, and when I took it off, I noticed First thing I noticed was that the redness was greatly reduced. It looked so much better. The size of the pimple from just the 20 minutes of masking seemed to have gone down, if I had to put a percentage on it, like 25%. The inflammation had gone down on that pimple. It was looking improved already. I was like, this is amazing. So fast forward to the next morning, I woke up and that pimple was like diminished by half. Like the inflammation had gone down so much that the pimple had finally changed size and had gotten smaller by almost half overnight. Like, amazing, right? So I am a huge fan of mugwort. You guys know this. Mugwort is so good for reducing redness. It's a great anti-inflammation ingredient, and it's fantastic to go towards if you have pimples or acne. So you knew I had to try out the I'm from Mugwort sheet mask. I'm already a big fan of their wash off mask as well as the essence, and this sheet mask fits perfectly into that family. So the sheet mask claims to calm and soothe the skin with 91% of mugwort extract. I found it to be a very thin mask with really good cling. It fit my face really nicely and it molded to my face very nicely. The essence was like a jelly. I do find that the jelly type of essences absorb a little deeper into the skin, so I felt like this had a really good hydration benefit to it. Quick word of warning, this is the only mask in this video that did contain an additional plastic liner on it. So the results of this mask, this was definitely a really beautiful hydrating mask. I definitely felt like my skin was very calmed, it was soothed, it was hydrated, it was plump. This 100% reduced redness on my skin, and this actually worked pretty nicely on inflammation as well. I had a different pimple when I used this one, and it didn't like blow me away with results like, oh my god, like whoa. It definitely did help. And so I do think that this mask would be a good one to go towards, especially if you have sensitive skin, but you are maybe experiencing some inflammation. Mugwort is always a good way to go. And this was definitely a mask that fit the bill for my mugwort needs. Now let's talk about masks that calm the skin. So the Benton Aloe Soothing Mask Pack is one that does just that very, very well. So this claims to hydrate the skin and really revitalize your skin using that star ingredient aloe. It contains 48% of aloe water as well as aloe extract and green tea water. The mask is made out of a tensile material, so I find that it's very thin, and just like the other Benton masks on this list, I find the fit to be very ideal for me. As far as results go, this is a hydration bomb. Aloe itself has that really nice cooling effect, that really nice cooling, hydrating, soothing effect. So this is really great, especially in the summertime. If you've been out in the sun a little bit too long, you're a little sun stunned is what I like to call it. You know, overheated, your skin is just like, it's hot to the touch. Your pores feel like they were just like shrinking, like you're losing hydration. This is that type of mask. It's classic, it's reliable, it gets the job done, and I'm a big fan. Klairs Rich Moist Soothing Tensile Sheet Mask. This claims to moisturize, barrier supportive, and it also claims to heal dry and exhausted skin. And I was like, yes, please. Oh, this is so good. I've been sleeping on this mask, by the way, because I assumed that this mask, just like the Rich Moist Soothing Cream, contained essential oils, but this does not. 5 types of ceramides in this ingredients list. Cholesterol, fatty acids. I mean, like, that's my catchphrase, you know what I mean? My catchphrase is ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids, and this mask has them in it. The essence, while it was light and easily absorbed, it did have a little bit of balancing moisture to it. It was not overly heavy like the ingredients might suggest. It was actually a nicely hydrating mask with a nice amount of balancing moisture. So the material is tensile, which is in the name. So it's a very thin, a very gauzy kind of material. Now this mask does come in 2 parts, which was surprising. I didn't really find it necessary. Honestly, I think that it helps to improve the fit, especially for those who do struggle with sheet mask fit. I personally just found it kind of futzy though, to kind of get it to go in place the right way. And you know, it wasn't necessarily for me. As far as results go, I really liked this mask. And I said before, I slept on this mask, and I am kind of ashamed because I like it so much. I'm always dehydrated year round. So this is exactly what my skin craved, but in a lightweight lightweight, easily absorbed package that did not interfere with the rest of my skincare routine. Like the futzy pieces, the 2-piece mask, which I'm not a fan of, aside, I would use this over and over again. Just really great results from this one. So let's talk Lululemon 7-day masks, particularly the blue mask. Now, this is another mask pack. So you're going to get 7 sheet masks in one resealable package. Now, this mask claims to moisturize the skin and also balance the skin's oil and water. As far as like notable ingredients, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't really see any that like jumped out at me. I was like, wow. It has isomized sugar on it, which is kind of a really similar structure to natural moisturizing factor. So it has that water binding capability for your skin. I'm personally somebody who reaches for sheet masks when I am craving some extra hydration into my skincare routines. This is the kind of mask that I would go for. It's quick. It's like a 10-minute masking session, and it's a mask that definitely cuts down on waste. Very simple, hydrating mask, but it gets the job done, and I'm a fan of Lululemon. 23 years old, black Cavadol mask. Now, this is a mask that claims some anti-aging benefits as well as wrinkle care benefits, but it also claims to moisturize the skin. The sheet mask package itself comes packaged in an additional cardboard liner. Just something to be aware of. There are 2 pieces of packaging. Now, let me tell you about this mask. Before we even get into the results, let me tell you about the experience of opening this mask, because you can see it on my face in this footage. I was really surprised. This is a mask that has little black balls in it. I guess this is kind of like the gimmicky form of caviar, which, by the way, it doesn't contain that much caviar. It's like 0.005% of caviar. Like, it's nothing. Here's the thing though. I opened the mask and I thought it was mold because it's kind of this like black grayish little sphere, and I honestly thought it was mold. Before I opened the mask, what I did is I like massaged all the essence around the sheet mask, and then I opened it up. And even though I had done that, the caviar spheres were just really kind of only like settled and centralized in one part of the mask, which was right here by my chin. Not very helpful. This is a little bit different. There is no mouth opening for this mask. It is meant to go directly onto your lips so that your lips can benefit from the essence. It does just kind of fold underneath the chin so that your chin can get the benefits as well. So the results of my first 23 years old sheet mask was, I hated it. I hated this mask. So as I said, you know, the caviar spheres that were not mold kind of only centralized on my kind of chin area, but they never dissolved throughout the masking period. So I had all these little black balls on my face, basically. So I was like picking them up because I started rubbing the essence in, and so they distributed all over my face, but they never like broke down on my face at all. And then I was trying to do the rest of my skincare, and I kept flicking these little black things off of my face that are not mold. Second of all, the essence. Okay, this mask did not feel hydrating. It did not feel like it absorbed well into my skin. It was sticky when I took the mask off. It didn't absorb down. It was just like thick feeling on my skin, like it was sitting on top of my skin. It never absorbed down. And then when I put the rest of my skincare on, I started to get pilling. It just didn't do anything for me. It was really disappointing, especially because I had a high expectation for this brand. So this is one of the masks on this list that I am not recommending. Hada Labo Koi-Gokujyun Perfect 5-Day Mask. Wait, didn't we just talk about this mask earlier? No, this is the perfect mask, and that was the perfect white mask. So confusing. This mask claims to really moisturize and balance your skin. And I think that this is, well, it may not be a direct sister product. It's related, like a cousin product, if you will, to the Hada Labo Gokujyun Hyaluronic Premium Lotion or Toner. It's really similar to that very famous product because this contains 4 types of hyaluronic acid. It's got ceramide and also I think squalane oil in it. This is a mask that has a terrible fit again. I don't need to harp on it too much, but what I will tell you is that I find this mask kind of frustrating to put on. Fidgeting around with it, I kind of hate that. I just like to throw a mask on and be done with it, and I feel like I'm always kind of like futzing with this one. It's not my favorite experience in the world. As far as the benefits on this one, I have to tell you, it's just average in my opinion. The hydration wasn't super deep. It wasn't like super wow or plumping. You know, it wasn't a hydration bomb by any means. It was nice. You know, for me, I just wasn't a wow. This would be something good if you just like to incorporate some sheet masking in maybe prior to makeup application in the morning, or you just like to keep those hydration levels up with a sheet mask. But I have to admit, it's certainly not my favorite mask on the list, but it's also not my least favorite either, so not a bad option, but it could be skippable. So there you have it, 11 sheet masks that are totally artificial fragrance free and alcohol free. You know, I think there is a perception out there. A lot of people think that sheet masks are either full of drying alcohol or artificial fragrance, and that's just not the case. Of course, those masks do exist, but there are lots of fragrance-free options, and I hope that this video got you started on some excellent ones and helped you avoid just a few that are not that great. So let me know in the comment box below, what's your favorite thing to do while sheet masking? Let me know in the comment box below. Honestly, I like to say, oh, I read a book, but pretty much I just sit on Instagram or maybe play a game on my phone. But yeah, I definitely distract myself on my phone or computer. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, but you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting subscribe before you leave. I release 2 new Korean skincare focused videos every single week, and don't forget to ring the alarm so you don't miss out on those new videos. And if you just cannot wait for that new video, come join me on Instagram. I'm posting there daily about my skincare routines. I do mini reviews and I introduce all kinds of new products over there. So come join me and give me a follow on Instagram. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.